Hey dude and dudettes, my name is Anthony. I'm one of the raddest skaters out there. Today I'm going to show you one of the awesomest skating games on the NES. This is Skate or Die. I'm fully qualified to review the skating video game, because I am obviously a skater. Even though I've never really skated in my life. I mean, I barely have. Shit. Well, let's just start the review.
When you think of skating video games, what do you most likely think of? Most likely you're thinking of Tony Hawk Pro Skate, and to be honest, who can blame you? It's one of the most famous skating video games of all time. But did you ever wonder if there were any other skating video games before this? Well, there were a few games, and Skate or Die is one of them.
Let's check this game out. Crap!
Here's a way you could clean your old games. Well, of course, there's blowing into the game, and that might work. But there also is something else. You could just get something like Windex and use a Q-tip, spray the Windex on the Q-tip, and clean the game out like this. So much dirt.
If your game's still not working, even though you just cleaned it, then your game just might be broken. Now let's get started with this game, for reals this time.
Skate or Die was released in 1988 and developed by Electronic Arts and Konami. It was released to multiple systems including the Apple II GS, the ZX Spectrum, and the Commodore 64. But its most famous release is the one on the NES. Now when you start up the game, you're in this skate shop with this guy who looks like Rodney Dangerfield with a mohawk. This guy can talk to you, and you can find some interesting things in the game, or some poor English translation. Seriously, what the fuck is that? When you sign up your name, you can finally start skating. I mean, go complete! There's a practice mode too, but the only difference is it doesn't record your score. You have this cool little hub world that you could go to after you get out of that skate shop, and this is where you notice the game's awkward controls. You hit up to move around the place, and it's kinda weird. You can pick your game at this place, and there are 5 different types of games. I'm just gonna go in order. First off is Freestyle, where you could show your awesome skating moves. You go around a half pipe for about 10 times, and that's really it. You can pull off tricks, and whenever I try to make a trick, I either make one at random, or I usually fall and break my back. This game I usually tap buttons, and it's not really surprising that I suck at it. High jump is where you're at the same half pipe as before, and you try to pull off a big jump. You do this by tapping left and right on the D-pad and hope to get a jump. You have to hold the controller on the side for this game. It makes it much easier to play, but I definitely fear that my 30-year-old NES controller might break. And in the end, the only jump that actually matters is your final jump. That sucks. Jam is where you race a guy named Lester down an alley. You dodge obstacles like open manholes and gates. Wait, what? I understand open manholes as obstacles, but how would gates work?
I mean, since when can you ever get hurt by a gate? Oh wow, that's how. Oh god. That was pretty gross.
You can throw punches at the other guy, and at the very end, the winner gets arrested by the cops. At least, I think that's what happens. The controls are okay. I mean, the only major problem is you hit down to move instead of up, and it's different from the main menu, which you have to hit up to move. So, you really have to get used to the controls in this game. Race is just going down this big hill and trying to get a fast time. So literally, it's just a race against time. Wow, that sounds like a shitty tagline to a summer action movie. Anyway, the controls feel kind of stiff. You go super fast down this hill and you can easily lose control. When moving side to side, it feels so stiff and so easy to crash into things, it's extremely aggravating. And every time you do crash, the game insults you with these messages on the bottom of the screen.
No imps? Oh, screw you, game, I'm still playing. Damn it!
And There, I beat it, and in 41 seconds too. See if you can break my high score. And finally, Joust. No, not that one. In this game, you're at a pool and you have to fight this guy with a stick. And the goal is to make the guy fall down. The only problem is, I simply have no idea what button to press to make this guy fall down. I try to hit every button or hold the buttons and try to make him pass, and it does not work. And after 5 passes, your opponent gets a stick. And guess what? Your ass gets kicked hard. This is my least favorite game, and for obvious reasons. After all that, it's Go Complete, which is basically all 5 of the games in one little loop. Luckily, if you hit pause and select, you go back to the skate shop. So that's the game. Basically, if you play this for about 10 minutes, and you played all the game modes. Can you just imagine the pissed off kids who paid $50 for this?
Well, I bought this game for $2 at Swap Meet, so I'm not pissed.
Now graphically, this game looks average for the NES, so really it's nothing special, but I really like the music in this game. Just take a listen. It's fast-paced and catchy, and fits the game really well. Definitely the best part of this game.
So in the end, how is this game?
The games are at best okay, and at worst, absolutely terrible. There isn't much content to this game, and it needed more modes. You really need to get used to the controls, but when you do, it's fun, for the most part. The game gets a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not a masterpiece. This game is extremely easy to find cheap, and at most $5 on eBay.
This game did have a sequel and a spin-off called Ski or Die, which was, like winter sports. I'm really not interested in playing those games in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. You know what? I kind of want to play Tony Hawk Pro Skate now.
My mind is racing faster every